took it to 10.
Top of the key for three! Splash! Big time three. Here comes Vice driving inside, stolen, picked up by Samantha Marks. Oh, man, he made it happen!
Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here is the voice of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, it's the War on 35 as the Winamac Warriors host the Knox Redskins for some girls basketball action. This is Indiana High School basketball. With us tonight, breaking things down and analyzing play, our sports analyst, Terry Minix. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. Happy New Year as we welcome you to Warrior Gymnasium in Winamac, Indiana, 46996. We are back for more to start 2025, set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. Well, as we get ready for our 11th basketball broadcast of the season, we have seen the Knox Lady Redskins once before, but we have yet to see these Winamac Lady Warriors. We definitely remember this game last year as the Lady Redskins stunned the Lady Warriors. The final in that one, he was here in Warrior Gymnasium. 58-48 was the final 1 year ago on January 5th, 2024. You better believe we were here for that one. When we look at the Lady Redskins of Knox, Indiana, though, head coach James Adcock enters his second season leading the girls program. The Lady Redskins started their 2024-2025 season on the road in Morgan Township, unfortunately falling 37-31. They followed that up with another tough loss on the road to Couts, where the final was 57-35. They then hosted West Central and fell 56-50. On November 14th, they took on John Glenn on the road and fell 50-24. November 16th, they fell to Rensselaer Central 54-20. They then got into the win column, beating South Central at home 45-28. They followed that up with another win against Jimtown 53-29. They then fell to one of their cross-county rivals, the Oregon Davis Lady Cats, 43-37. We saw them take on a tough loss to their other cross-county rival, the North Judson Sampier Lady Blue Jays, 53-36. Since that time, the night before Thanksgiving, it has been a tough road for the Lady Redskins. They have gone 2-5 through the last 7 games, beating Hebron 71-13 and New Prairie in holiday tournament action in Plymouth on December 28th, 59-52, as the Lady Skins come into tonight's matchup at 4-12 on the year and 1-3 in Indiana Northern State Conference play. Leading the Lady Redskins in the scoring department is Portland Minix, averaging 9.8 points per game. Right behind her is Serenity Nava, averaging 7.8 per game. And rounding out the top 3 is Rose Webb, averaging 5.5 per game. Leading the team in rebounds is Rose Webb, averaging 7 boards per game. Presley Messer leads the team in steals, averaging 2.3 snags per game. Leading the team in assists is Riley Taylor, averaging 1.8 per game. Their offense is averaging 39.3 points per game, and their defense is allowing 47 points per game. We turn now to our sports analyst, two-time Indiana High School basketball state champion head coach, Terry Minix. Coach, the Lady Redskins have had a tough season. The toughest stretch seems to be what they experienced after we last saw them on Turkey Eve. What should the Lady Redskins be focusing on now that they are out of the holiday break?
Well, the big thing for them is just being patient. And they've got to find some players besides Portland to shoot the basketball. I mean, she's the old reliable for them, but they've got to have others that can step up there. And I think tonight, you know, getting a football analogy, I think doing the click to pick, okay. I really think tonight, Rose Webb will be a big key for them tonight.
We'll definitely see what happens. We'll come up with the starting lineups here in a little bit, so stand by for who we will see out onto the floor to start this matchup. But we turn the page in the meantime and look at the Lady Warriors of Winamac, Indiana. Head coach Tony Stasiak is in his third season already leading the girls program here. Stasiak is, of course, an Indiana high school basketball state champion that coached for many years in Rochester. After a tough first year at Winamac, his second year was quite the opposite, leading the Lady Warriors to their first sectional championship matchup since 2018. This year, they started their 2024-2025 campaign going 6-4 through the first 10 games. Notable wins came against Caston 44-24, Culver 33-18, and Manchester 61-45. Since that time, they have gone 4-2 through the last 6. Their last matchup went into overtime against Delphi, where Winamac won 57-51 as the Lady Warriors come into tonight's contest at 10-6 on the year and 3-0 sitting at the top with North Judson St. Pierre in Hoosier North Athletic Conference play. Leading the Lady Warriors in the scoring department is Sadie Popejoy, averaging 12.6 points per game. Right behind her is Candace Croft, averaging 12.3, and rounding out the top 3 is Marissa Iverson, averaging 10.7. Leading the team in rebounds is also Iverson. She is averaging 7.3 boards per game. Candace Croft leads this team in steals, averaging 3.2 snags per game. And leading the team in assists is Candace Croft, averaging 3.8 dimes per game. As a whole, the Lady Warriors are averaging 43 points per game on offense, and their defense is allowing 38.5 points a game. Coach, we see from the roster, Coach Stasiak doesn't have quite the numbers I'm sure he would like, but they are still well above 500 and winning games. Give us your thoughts on this year's Winamac Lady Warrior team.
Well, like you said earlier, we have not seen them play, but they have the old standbys, the girls from last year. When you got Croft and you got Popejoy, that is, we remember their names from last year, and they were, always high on the scoring list every game. And I'm telling you what, the Croft girl can shoot the basketball. So if she gets hot, the Redskins better look out.
Well, we are expecting another great evening of IHSAA girls basketball action. We certainly appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show. Taste the feeling. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Hey, thanks, John. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports and helping continue this tradition on KVB's WKVI. We are lucky to say no new injuries to report tonight, as that is your Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. Stay tuned. We will hear from James Adcock of the Lady Skins and Tony Stasiak of the Lady Warriors after the break. That's in the KVB Coaches Corner. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible healthcare experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
It's time to hear from the coaches in the KVB Coaches Corner. Here's Mitch Columbi.
I'm talking with head coach of the Knox Lady Redskins, James Adcock. Coach, Happy New Year. Here we are. You start the new year against one of your rivals. It's the War on 35 against the Winamac Lady Warriors. You were able to get into this building last year and go get away with a 10-point victory. What has to happen tonight?
Same thing as last year. We just got to come out with some grit. That's one of the things we've been talking about in our practices in the past few weeks is get every rebound, get every ball on the floor, Don't leave anything to chance, and just get out there and show what Redskin girls can do.
Yeah, I know it's been a tough road, but you guys were able to pick up at least one of those wins in that tournament in Plymouth over Christmas break on December 28th. Talk about some positives on that win against New Prairie.
Well, we had some good shooting. We had our guards attacking, rebounding from our bigs, and off the bench. They just came off and they played hard, and that's what's going to be the combination for us.
Message to Redskin Nation here on the road.
Hey, come help us beat these Warriors. You know, we need another win. We want to get on the winning streak here tonight.
Coach, I appreciate your time.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
One of our hometown businesses here in our area in Monterey, it's LAP Waste.
Being able to recycle is one of our main goals at LAP Waste. Being able to say that we only take about 8% of our trash to the dump is pretty impressive for us, and we hope to keep building on that.
We service an 80-mile circle from Monterey. If you have a small job, big job, or just have a one-time, we are here to make a difference in this area.
And that phone number, Kirby?
574-542-4019.
I'm talking with head coach of the Winamac Lady Warriors. It's Tony Stasiak. Coach, we met this time last year. It didn't go your way against the Knox Lady Redskins. What has to change tonight?
Well, I mean, I think first off is the schedule's a little bit different than what it was. Last year, our holiday tournament was before Christmas, and then we had a huge chunk of time off, and we were riding obviously we were playing really well, a big high of a tournament championship, and trying to manage days off, and it's always a work in progress. See, all these years I've coached, I've never had a great feel for what's the right kill or keep working them, get some rests, and with our numbers this year, it's even a greater sensitivity towards that, but trying to figure that out. And I think looking back, I think we ended up having too much time off. Knox was coming off of a fresh tournament.
Yep.
So even though they'd actually played the night before, we played them. So in one hand, you think, well, okay, well, you know, maybe they don't have their legs, but I think what I found looking back was they were in the routine and already going, and we were in a slog trying to get back. So this year our holiday tournament was the 30th, the 3rd, and the 4th. So we're a little bit more, I think, hopefully game ready. We'll see. I mean, I've been in this long enough to know the longer I'm in, the less I know.
Yeah.
I mean, you think you've got to figure it out, not even game by game. Like, you think it looks pretty good in one half, one quarter, and then things go off the rails. So Coach Adcock's doing a good job. I mean, their record's not great, but their schedule's good. They play hard. They're competitive in their games. This team is not what their record is, and we understand that. And it's a rivalry game too. It's not a conference game anymore, but it still means a lot. And you know, they're playing some pretty good basketball. Portland Minix especially played really well against us last year, and she's, as a senior leader, you would expect her to, as well as Rose Webb. You know, those two are leading them, and you know, we certainly have to have some answers for them. But then again, this is our last non-conference game, and then we got 5 in a row in the conference, and that's still a big goal. We're 3rd place in our holiday tournament. Not the finish we wanted to, but we still went 2-1 and finished with a nice overtime win at Delphi. That was a big gutty win. So, you know, we're looking to kind of keep momentum and get some momentum going for the stretch run of the conference, and then you finish with Twin Lakes at the end of the year for senior night. So it's a 7-game sprint.
Yeah.
I think 4 weeks from today the sectional starts. So, like we said, it's go time. Like, there's no reserve tank or anything. It's like, let's get after it. And, you know, every coach says you want to be healthy and playing your best basketball. Well, this is the time you got to start doing it.
Coach, I'm excited for the war on 35 tonight. Good luck.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina. All right, as we get set for Indiana High School girls basketball action, what are your keys to the game as a Knox Lady Redskin tonight, Terry?
Well, the big thing for them is just patience and take care of the basketball.
All right, now flip sides. If you're the head coach of the Winamac Lady Warriors, what are you and your coaching staff's keys to the game?
I would say jump on them early and control the boards.
That's our keys to the game. Go ahead, sit back, pop open an ice-cold Coke and chill. The Coca-Cola pregame show continues. Our LAP Waste starting lineups are next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
It's time for the LAP Waste starting lineups.
For the Lady Redskins of Knox, Indiana, starting at point guard is Riley Taylor. The two guard will be Portland Minix. Starting at small forward is Rylan Jordan. The power forward, Presley Messer. And the center is Maddie Hinshaw. For the Lady Warriors of Winamac, Indiana, starting at point guard is Maggie Keller. The two guard is Candace Croft. Starting small forward is Shay Lamer. The power forward is Sadie Popejoy. And at the 5, it's Marissa Iverson. That is our LAP Waste starting lineups. We will be back to get set for tip-off. Hey, you are listening to KVB's WKVI.
One of our hometown businesses here in our area in Monterey, it's LAP Waste.
Being able to recycle is one of our main goals at LAP Waste. Being able to say that we only take about 8% of our trash to the dump is pretty impressive for us, and we hope to keep building on that.
We service an 80-mile circle from Monterey. If you have a small job, big job, or just have a one-time, we are here to make a difference in this area.
And that phone number, Kirby?
574-542-4019.
The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From Warrior Gymnasium in Winamac, Indiana, welcome to game number 11 of our Indiana high school basketball season between the Winamac Lady Warriors and the Knox Lady Redskins. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition does continue here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Don't hesitate. Follow us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. You sure can listen to us on your phone. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned and tap the link on our page. We are literally in the palm of your hand. Well, we are proud to let you know the public address announcer tonight in Warrior Gymnasium is Robbie Williams. The scoreboard operator is Doug Roth. In charge of the official scorebook tonight is Lori Wentz. Our officials for this evening are Chris Neubauer, John Hampton, and Kelly Shepard. A reunion of the North Judson Sanpierre Blue Jays is out on the court tonight, Coach. How'd they get this crew together?
In a Knox Winamac game.
I know. Well, no Jays on the floor tonight, so they're safe.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, there's going to be no favoritism either way here, so it ought to be an interesting night.
It should be. Of course, I know John Hampton very well from the football season, one of the assistant coaches on that wonderful Blue Jay team. He told me he reffed. I hadn't witnessed a game where he has been an official. This will be the first time I get to test him out, so we'll see how well he does.
So he refs? I had to say that, John. I'm sorry, buddy. John does a really, really good job. He really does. And I tell you what, he does a nice job with the young kids. They have a little program over there at North Judson. They bring other schools in, and John refs them, and he really did a nice job, and I really appreciate him doing it.
He's on that, that hallway, that back hallway for North Judson. He is in a lot of pictures in that hallway, a lot of pictures, and there's a lot of winning teams he's been at North Judson a long time. John Hampton has.
Oh, he has, and he's done a real good job. And obviously, he's a runner-up at the state.
Just fresh this past November.
Yeah. He's when he was the girls' coach.
Oh, when he was the girls' coach too.
Coach.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
So he's no stranger to the Stark County area, and he does a real nice job. And obviously, Kelly Shepard, being a superintendent, at Tri-Township in North Judson, and then obviously Chris being a coach at North Judson, everybody knows everybody. So I'm sure all the coaches are pretty friendly with each other tonight.
Well, they have no choice.
They have no choice. Well, for a little while.
For a little while. Well, of course, we have breaking things down and analyzing play. We are honored to have a two-time Indiana high school basketball state champion head coach as our sports analyst. It's Terry Minix. And like I said, I'm Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for Indiana high school girls basketball action from Winamac, Indiana. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you in part by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac. We also appreciate them being the sponsor for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week Award given out each week on the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. The table has been set. 2 minutes to go on the clock. I was worried if we'd get this pregame show in, and we did.
We did. And it seems like it's been forever, Mitch, since we've been together here.
December 21st.
It was last year.
But yeah, gosh, here we go. Great.
No, but I mean, it really has been a long time. And, and I've had other people, I see when I'm out, they'll say, "Are you guys doing the game tonight?" "No, we're not doing a game." And they're like, "Oh, man."
Well, I had a very nice Christmas break.
Good for you.
I took time off to go to my family the week of Christmas, and then the week after Christmas, I took some time. So gave the holiday break to coincide with the area schools, and we're back in action today. So here we are.
We're back at it. And it's a good way to start.
Did you have a good break?
I had a great break, and the
Did
weather's
Santa
been
treat
wonderful.
you right? What did he bring you?
I get a lot of cold, but for the most part,
well, it keeps you warm in the winter.
Yes, it does. It's just being around family and friends is the main thing that we enjoy in our little area. But the best thing is the weather's been wonderful, and we're glad this last little storm missed us.
Well, and I know you got a chance to go to the Indiana University to see the Purdue Boilermakers play. That had to have been a lot of fun for you.
I think we got to go to a commercial, don't we? Yeah, I did go watch Purdue play Northwestern.
I about choked. Is he really there right now?
Yeah, I was there. But you know what? I enjoy good basketball, and they are a lot of fun to watch. And whether I like Matt Painter or not, I tell you what, he does a heck of a job, and they're a fun team to watch, fundamentally sound. I will say that.
I have not seen their. I have not been to a game this year. I like to go to the football games, but that was a rough year this year, so let's not go down that road.
Well, I thought they were going to tear that down and make it a parking lot.
Yeah, well, that might be a good solution. We'll pause for our national anthem. Every morning, join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central. Catch local news as well for our area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting News Director Anita Gooden, who covers news on WYMR, Max 98.3 FM, and WKVI. You can catch our stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. We went through the starting lineups a little bit earlier, and something that stood out to Coach and I is a little bit of a different starting lineup here for the Knox Lady Redskins tonight, Coach. They're starting with Riley Taylor, who we know well, Portland Minix, who we know well, Ryland Jordan, who we know well, Presley Messer, and Maddie Hinshaw. We're used to seeing Rose Webb in that starting lineup, maybe bringing her off the bench, trying to get some energy off the bench perhaps.
Yeah, and we're used to seeing Serenity Nava starting. I mean, the freshman was starting earlier in the year, and I think she's your second leading scorer, and just, maybe like you said, just maybe trying to get some energy, try a few different things. When things aren't going as well, you want to try different things, and he's the one that's around them every day, so he knows them better than we do.
Yeah, absolutely. And then for the Lady Warriors, they're shorthanded right now. They started with 9 to start the year. An injury had happened. I forget which player Coach Stasiak had told me is unfortunate. One of their starters, if I'm not mistaken. But the starters they have right now, including the 2 on the bench, they only have 2 on the bench, so they're going to have to be very careful here. But Maggie Keller is starting at the point. The 2 is Candace Croft. The small forward is Shay Lamer. The power forward is Sadie Popejoy. And the center, we know her, Marissa Iverson. She had a great season last year for them.
Yeah, I remember it was a Smith girl that was the Tyler Roth.
Maggie Smith, yes.
Athlete of the Year. That's a big hole to fill, because it wasn't like she let them in scoring and let them in rebounding, let them in steals. She let them in pretty much. She just did everything.
Yeah.
I mean, she was one of them kids that was, just so athletic. Obviously, by winning the Tyler Roth, we know she's very athletic and could run all day long.
Well, she was great. Great interview, too, at the end of the year. Great family. I think she's having a great year down there at USI as well. So she's doing quite well.
It's great to see.
It is. We were here this game last year, January 5th of 24. Now here we are, January 7th of 25. The Redskins were able to win this game last year, 58-48. The Warriors are hoping to change that. Of course, this is the same place it was held last year.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting why they're back. They're back at the same place, but I guess good for Winamac.
Good for Winamac. Well, I forgot these. I'm sorry.
I got them.
So here we go. I forgot to grab a program. So here we go. Near side of the floor, it's the Winamac Lady Warriors driving inside. It's number 12. That is blocked. Sadie Popejoy by the Lady Redskins. And now here come the Skins. It's Riley Taylor, top of the key. She crosses the timeline. Far side of the floor, Presley Messer has it. Tries to get it to the right elbow to number 20, Maddie Hinshaw, and it's stolen by the Lady Warriors. And here they come. It's Maggie Keller, or Candace Croft. Then she gets it to Sadie Popejoy for the 3. Near side of the floor, no good. Rebounded by the Redskins, and here comes Portland Minix, pushing it forward to Ryland Jordan. Right block, pulls it back out. Short corner, she picks up her dribble. She needs to get rid of it. She does. To the far side of the floor, it is Riley Taylor. Taylor to the left elbow, spinning around inside the paint, gets rid of it, back to Presley Messer, fakes the shot, goes inside, and a travel will be called.
Looks like both teams are in a 2-3 zone to start off with, which, a lot of times when you're shorthanded or a little limited on some players, you go to that zone just as a kind of a safety net.
Popejoy up top, almost stolen by Riley Taylor. Gets it back to number 5. That's Mershai Lamer. Lamer, now a loose ball on the floor. Presley Messer hits the deck. Also hitting the deck is Candace Croft and Sadie Popejoy. They'll call a jump ball.
Jump ball.
And it will be Knox Lady Redskin basketball. So some turnovers early here for both teams. And here comes Riley Taylor to cross the timeline. Scoreless in the war on 35. Inside to Ryland Jordan, takes the shot, nothing called. Good D there by Marissa Iverson. Back out, the Redskins save it. Riley Taylor now inside. It's number 20, back out. to Riley Taylor. Big time three. Top of the key, and the Lady Redskins take the lead 3-0 here.
She didn't hesitate at all.
Popejoy on the other end of the floor gets at the foul line. That's number 5, Shay Lamer. Lamer back to Popejoy, then swings it over. Candace Croft for 3. Couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Shay Lamer on the inside. And then also a fight for the rebound. The Redskins almost had it, but Marissa Iverson gets in there. Jump ball called. It'll stay here. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. Lady Warriors will take it out into Marissa Iverson. Then back to Popejoy. Pops a 3. No good, and rebounded by Maddie Henshaw. Here comes Portland Minix now, attacking that 2-3. Back out to Riley Taylor. Taylor driving in, has space, puts it off the glass, couldn't get it to go. Rebound, almost saved by Maddie Henshaw, the freshman, but she just loses it and it goes out of bounds. Winamac basketball.
The 2-3, they're leaving a lot of that open, and I think the Redskins are kind of taking advantage of that right now, just not hitting their shots.
Big 3 from Popejoy, top of the key. Or that's Candace Croft. Thank you. Candace Croft couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by the Lady Redskins, and here comes Riley Taylor pushing it to Rylan Jordan. Right block. Picks up her dribble, now back out. Riley Taylor swings it over to Presley Messer, far side of the floor. Gets into Rylan Jordan. Almost lost it. Saved by Maddie Henshaw, and then the Warriors get in there, causing a jump ball. It'll stay here, Redskin basketball.
Here comes Rose Webb.
So now here comes Rose Webb off the bench for Rylan Jordan.
My pick to click.
Into Rose Webb right away. And now a foul will be called on the floor, a little body there, but they went right to her on that out-of-bounds play.
Foul is on Lamer. That's her first, team first.
Out of bounds play underneath their own basket again. The Redskins kick it up top. Presley Messer. Messer swings it near side of the floor, left elbow. Rose Webb from 15 feet, and she cashes in. 5-0. The Knox Lady Redskins lead early here. Jumping on the Warriors. Swing pass near side of the floor. It's Sadie Popejoy. She pops a 3. Unconscious. Splash. Big time 3. Popejoy doesn't think twice about it. If she's got the space, she's taking it.
I thought Coach Adcock was guarding her a little bit over there.
He was trying to get her out, get him out there. As here's Riley Taylor popping a 3 of her own on the other end of the floor. No good. It goes out of bounds, and the Warriors will let it roll. Now they have an opportunity to tie things up or take the lead here, trailing 5-3 with 4:10 to go in the opening quarter. Candace Croft swings it over to Popejoy, fakes the shot, back to Croft, pops a 3, top of the key, short. Tried to save it, was number 5. That is Shay Lamer, the senior. She couldn't, and it'll be Knox Lady Redskin basketball. Normally see Croft have a good stroke.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Struggling a little bit right now. She's 0 for 3 right now shooting.
Still getting warmed up, but now the Redskins have it. Top of the key is Presley Messer. Looking at that zone from the Lady Warriors. Riley Taylor now has it, bringing back up. Now to Portland Minix, top of the key. She takes it to the far side of the floor, spins inside, gets to the paint, draws the foul, and she'll go to the line. Smart play by Minix.
Popejoy. That's her first, team second. Portland's going to shoot 2.
Keener Construction is a proud supporter of all local high school sports. Call Chad Keene at Keener Construction today for all your construction needs at 574-806-1387. Let Keener Construction build your home today. First of 2 is good from Minix. The second is as well, making it 7-3. 4-point lead for the Lady Redskins. 3:40 to go here in the opening quarter. Tuesday night, Indiana high school basketball action on your local hometown radio station, WKVI. Sadie Popejoy swings it back over to the far side of the floor. Up top, Candace Croft has it now. She then gets it to Shay Lamer, swings it back over. Sadie Popejoy, another 3. No, this time rebounded by Marissa Iverson on the inside. Her putback's no good. This time rebounded by Rose Webb, and here come the Skins. It's Taylor, far side of the floor. Presley Messer inside to Rose Webb at the right block. No good, but she draws the foul, and she will go to the line now, Coach.
That's going to be on Marissa Iverson.
Yeah, Iverson was a little shocked, I think.
Yeah.
So to shoot two is Rose Webb, as Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local high school sports and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home here in Stark County. Call them today at 574-896-2567. I said right here in Stark. We're in Pulaski County. My bad, Coach.
It's all right.
At least I caught it before you did.
That's right.
Webb hits both free throws. 6-point ball game for the Lady Skins now. 9-3, 3:05 to go. Popejoy gets it into the right elbow, bounces around, no good. Rebounded by Rose Webb, and the Lady Redskins have it, and they're pushing the tempo here. It's Portland Minix taking it inside, has space, tries to draw the foul, nothing there. Comes up with her own save, then dumps it off to Rose Webb, back out to Presley Messer. Tried to get it inside to Rose Webb, and a kick ball will be called on Candace Croft, the junior.
Gets that zone. Looks like they're trying to kind of pound the ball inside a little bit too, Rose. I think that's where I'd be going as well.
Minix to take it out underneath their own basket. Tried to get it to the far corner. Riley Taylor, and Popejoy was all over it. Popejoy is really, she's looking good at this point in the season. She is looking very active. Minix to take it out. Looking for someone. Gets it in to the far corner. Riley Taylor. Croft on her. Entry pass stolen by the Warriors. Here comes Croft pushing it forward to Popejoy. Popejoy 2-on-1. Back out. Big three from Lamer. Couldn't get it to go. And a loose ball foul will be called. A fight for the rebound. Kaylin O'Connor, who checked in a few moments ago, almost had it.
Portland Minix.
So yeah, they'll call the loose ball foul on Portland Minix on the fight for the rebound. Here comes Serenity Nava for Riley Taylor, and Rylan Jordan will check in for Portland Minix. Nava, Messer, Webb, Jordan, and also number 20 for the Lady Redskins, Maddie Hinshaw. Missed three by the Winamac Warriors, far side of the floor, deep three corner, and now here are the Lady Redskins on the other side of the floor. Attacking was Rose Webb. She draws the foul on the inside, and I think head coach Tony Stasiak wants an explanation. Oh no, he's actually getting on them, not the officials. He's upset with the way they are playing on the inside right now, and head coach Tony Stasiak calls a timeout.
Well, I think the Redskins are doing a nice job of pounding the ball inside. I don't think anybody really has a huge size advantage. The thing is that they're both playing that zone, and so the thing is they're pounding it inside, and the strongest will win at that point. And right now, Rose Webb is attacking the basket and getting that bonus, going to the free throw line.
Well, it stops the clock at 2:17 to go here in the opening quarter. The Knox Lady Redskins lead 9-3 over their rival, the Winamac Lady Warriors. It's the War on 35, as Sideline Automotive is a hometown proud auto care shop. Recently voted Stark County's best for tires and oil changes. Call Joe today at 574-249-5537. L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication, and recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. Webb at the line. First of two is up, away, and good, as local Union USW 9551 is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They believe in the future of these young adults and wish them luck as they take on their opponents this season. Webb, second of two, is good. 11-3. The Lady Redskins are taking it to the Lady Warriors right now. And with the way the Lady Redskins schedule has been, they need a win right now.
Oh, yeah. Kind of pushed the tempo a little bit, got a little bit of a press.
Popejoy gets it inside, kicks it back out near corner three on the way from Maggie Keller's no good. Fight for the rebound. Popejoy got in there, tips it to Croft, then she gets it to Shay Lamer, back to Croft, then swings it to the far corner. Sadie Popejoy driving inside, has space, too hard off the glass, and rebounded by Maddie Hinshaw, and here come the Lady Redskins. She gets it to Serenity Nava, the freshman, to cross the timeline. 5'1" freshman, and she has the wheels. Very quick, fast feet. She gets it to Rylan Jordan, extended wing near side of the floor. She now picks up her dribble, spinning around. Sadie Popejoy all over. Back up top to Nava. 90 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 11-3. The Lady Redskins lead the Winamac Warriors. Jordan near corner, Presley Messer looking inside, nothing there. Back up top, Ryland Jordan swings it over to Nava, then to the far corner. Rose Webb, deep 2 on the way from 18, no good. Rebounded by Nava on the inside. Now loose ball picked up by Presley Messer. Back out to Ryland Jordan, swings it back to Nava up top. They'll reset. Then to Jordan, then to the near corner. Presley Messer, entry pass to the left block, and a jump ball will be called. They tried to get it to Maddie Hinshaw. Jump ball will be a change of possession here. Turnover for the Lady Skins.
Yeah, that's her 7th turnover.
So the Warriors defense holding strong here with a minute to go. They'd like to score here. They push it forward to Croft. Then they get it to Maggie Keller. Keller back to Croft. Ooh, close. Entry pass to Lamer, then back out. Croft pops the 3. Splash! Candace Croft finally gets one to go. It's now a 5-point ball game, 11-6. The Redskins lead. Nava across the timeline. Has it at the volleyball line, top of the key, picks up her dribble, skip pass, near side of the floor, it's Elise Wolf. Entry pass to Rose Webb, stolen by the Winamac Warriors. Here comes Croft. And head coach Tony Stasiak, I think, told her to take her time here. She crosses the timeline, last 18 seconds of the opening quarter. Croft brings it to the near side of the floor, back up top. Sadie Popejoy drives in, pops it from 15 feet, and it rattles around and goes. 11-8, the Warriors close it within 3 here, last 5 seconds. They put pressure on Nava, skip past far corner, Ryland Jordan 3 on the way, in and out, no good, and that will be the end of the first quarter. 11-8's the score. The Knox Lady Redskins lead the Winamac Lady Warriors here in the War on 35.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
It's the War on 35 between the Knox Lady Redskins and the Winamac Lady Warriors. I'm Mitch Columbi along with sports analyst Terry Minix, bringing you Indiana high school basketball action on KVB's WKVI. We go to the second quarter. The Lady Redskins have it to start. It's Ryland Jordan. Short corner near side of the floor. Back up top to Elise Wolf. Then to Presley Messer. Inside to Rose Webb. Almost loses it. Saved by Riley Taylor. Skip pass to the far corner. Ryland Jordan. Entry pass to Rose Webb. Back out up top. Riley Taylor almost lost it. Saved it though. Back to Nava. Then to the far corner. Ryland Jordan. Entry pass to Rose Webb is almost stolen. Saved by Elise Wolf though. She was right behind her defender. And then now to Serenity Nava. Far corner. Then up top. Riley Taylor kicks it over Elise Wolf, near side of the floor. Back up top to Riley Taylor, then back to Nava. Nava fakes the shot, drives inside, puts it up, no good. Almost comes up with her own rebound. Last touch by her, and it will be Warrior basketball. The Warriors are picking up.
Yeah, they've kind of picked up the tempo a little bit, I think, in that quarter break there. Coach Stasiak, said, it's time to wake up, girls. Go time.
Go time. No cupcakes out here is what Justin Ruff would say. Shout out to him. He's tuning in tonight. We appreciate him as always. We hope to have him on the air in the near future. We hope. Popejoy swings it back over to the far side of the floor, and it's overthrown. Her intended target was Maggie Keller. Had a little football play-by-play moment there.
Yeah, you did.
I like that.
I think your famous line in football is they got it to the 52-yard line.
Yeah, the 52, the 53. You got to remember, I'm still in year 3. I got a long way to go to make 50. Top of the key's Rose Webb, swings it over to Nava. She's driving to the top of the key. Back to Rylan Jordan, then swings it over to Riley Taylor. Taylor brings it back out. Now to Rose Webb. Oh, man, it may be stolen. The Warriors are on the floor. Maggie Keller got in there. They tried to find Portland Medics, but it will be last touched by the Warriors. The Redskins have it here.
Like you said, the Warriors have picked up their defense a little bit, putting a little more pressure out of that zone and making it more of a matchup as opposed to just standing back there in that 2-3.
Nava up top for the Lady Redskins. Gets it over to Riley Taylor, then back to Rylan Jordan. Driving inside, dump off the Rose Webb. Almost lost it. Jump ball will be called, so she does lose it. Good job by Kaylin O'Connor, the senior, getting in there, and the Warriors are scrapping and clawing.
Redskins are at full court press. Looks like Riley Messer's going to go back in.
Croft pushes it forward to Sadie Popejoy. Pops the three right away. No good. Rebounded by Rylan Jordan. She gets it to Portland Minix, and here come the Lady Redskins. 6 minutes to go in the first half. 11-8. The Redskins lead their rival, the Winamac Warriors, in the war on 35. Nava driving to the free throw line. Picks up her dribble. Back up top. Rose Webb. Webb then over to the far side of the floor. It's Portland Minix driving inside, picks up her dribble, back out up top. Rylan Jordan for three, no good, too hard off back iron. Rebounded by Kaylin O'Connor. She gets it to Croft, who then pushes it up forward to Sadie Popejoy. Here comes Popejoy, picks up her dribble, skip pass over to Maggie Keller. Back to Popejoy, top of the key. Now to the near side of the floor. Candace Croft pops the three, too hard, and rebounded by Rylan Jordan, who gets it to Riley Taylor. And here comes Taylor.
Push travel.
Yep. She tried to spin out of a steal that Croft was going for, and she took too many steps afterwards, and the Warriors will take over here.
Yeah, I think since the Warriors in the beginning of this quarter went to that man-to-man, it's really changed. You know, I guess they weren't just standing back there being complacent, and it's changed the whole tempo of the game.
Here come the Warriors now. Popejoy has it, double teamed, back out near corner to Croft. Back then to Popejoy, who's driving baseline, puts up a shot, no good. She's fouled, and she will go to the line to shoot two. Popejoy staying active as she draws the foul. We remind you, Reynolds Funeral Home of Hamlet and Coots Lake have been proud supporters of local high school sports since 1952. Contact them today at 574-867-3321 for Hamlet or 574-586-2120 for Coots Lake. Popejoy hits the first of two. We'll see Maggie Keller check back in for Candace Croft. Carrie Block and all of the local agents at First Choice Insurance in North Judson and Knox are proud supporters of high school sports and are here for all of your insurance needs. Call 574-896-3482 for North Judson or 574-772-5370 for Knox. Second free throw is no good, keeping it 11-9. 2-point ball game. The Lady Redskins lead. They have it. Serenity Nava back out up top. Riley Taylor driving inside, dump off the Rose Webb, off the glass, too hard. Rebounded by Sadie Popejoy, and here come the Warriors. Great action, great pass. She just couldn't get it to go off the glass. Now on the other end of the floor, skip pass over to Maggie Keller from 18 feet. No good. Rebounded by Marissa Iverson, and she traveled. And you heard the clap there. That was head coach Tony Stasiak. It's one of those you don't want to give second chance opportunities away.
No, she was right there by the basket. He just wanted her to go right back up with it.
So the Redskins have it with 4:35 to go in the first half, 11-9. They lead the Winamac Warriors. It's Riley Taylor getting it to number 34 in the inside, Nora Stone, then back out to Presley Messer. Stone checked in a few moments ago, then back over near corner. It's Nava driving baseline. She draws the foul, and she will go to the line. You're kind of right, Coach. These two teams kind of stack up equal in terms of height.
Yeah, nobody really has an advantage here, and it's one of them things that it's going to be about quickness and matchups.
First of two from Nava is no good. Croft will come in for Sadie Popejoy on the Warriors side of things. Welcome Matt Real Estate, our proud sponsors of local high school sports. They take care of agricultural, residential, and 1031 exchanges. Call them today at 574-896-5138. Second free throw is good, making it a 3-point ball game. 12-9 now. The Lady Redskins lead. Croft up top with the ball, looking at that 2-3 zone from the Lady Redskins. She gets it to the near corner. It's Marissa Iverson who almost lost it. Then back to Croft, swings it over to Maggie Keller. She's on the floor now. Saved by Shay Lamer, and then she gets it back to Croft. Entry pass to Kaylin O'Connor, and she had it in her hands and lost it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Lady Redskin basketball.
That's the right idea, just a little bit overthrown, but right idea. She had her good position, just wasn't able to catch it.
So now here comes Serenity Nava. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Presley Messer has it. Now up to Riley Taylor, top of the key. Taylor trying to attack Croft. Back out up top. Portland Minix fakes the three. Driving inside. Puts up a shot. She draws the foul. And that's what she's good at doing, getting to the free throw line, and she's a very good free throw shooter.
It's going to be on Lamer. That's her second.
So Mershea Lamer comes up with the foul. As today's broadcast is brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and helping continue this tradition on KVB's WKVI. First of two is no good from Portland Minix, but she swishes the second one. 13-9, the Redskins lead. 3:30 to go in the first half. Croft crossing over, gets across the timeline. Now to Maggie Keller, near side of the floor. She picks up her dribble, gets rid of it. Top of the key to Candace Croft. Then back to Keller. Then back to Croft. Then back to Keller. Pops the three. Maggie Keller gets a big-time three to go. The Warriors bring it within one now, 13-12. The Redskins lead. It's the War on 35. Serenity Nava into Nora Stone at the free throw line. Driving in on Kaylin O'Connor. Back out up top, big-time three. Riley Taylor in and out, no good. Rebounded by Maggie Keller. She gets it to Candace Croft, and here come the Warriors. A chance to take the lead. Croft back to Keller, looking inside, then back to Croft. Croft swings it over. Lamer now fakes the shot, drives inside, pops it from 14 or from 12, maybe 10. Too hard off the glass. Rebounded by Riley Taylor, and here she comes. Taylor up top. Croft all over. Picks up her dribble inside the free throw line. Dump off to the right block. Nava then back up to Taylor. Deep two, top of the key, no good. Rebounded by number 15. That's Marissa Iverson, who then gets it to Maggie Keller to cross half court. Keller back up top. It's Croft. Swings it over near corner. Lamer for three. Splash. And the Warriors take the lead. A 2-point ball game now. 15-13 they lead. And here come the Redskins. And head coach James Adcock calls the timeout. The Warriors fight their way back, and now they lead, Coach.
Yeah, the Redskins have struggled a little bit in this quarter. Man-to-man's kind of stifled them a little bit. They've only scored 2 points in this quarter.
That's right. Now that you say that, you're exactly right.
Well, thank you.
Well, it just, time gets away from you, and you realize what all the defensive effort the Warriors have put.
Well, they have. They picked up the defense. So, I think when they were in that 2-3 zone, a lot of times everybody looks at a zone and thinks, well, we're in a zone where I can stand here more. I've got other people helping me. And, and that really hurts you because you get complacent. And when Coach Stasiak went to that man-to-man, they picked up the defense. They had a lot of help, and they were just moving around and doing a better job.
Got the energy going on the defensive end, and it translated.
Yep.
So the Redskins will have it, out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket.
The really only way in a zone, if you're going to trap out of a zone, you can get your feet active and stay like a man-to-man, but they were just playing a straight-up 2-3.
Nava, top of the key. She popped the three immediately and gets it to go. Now they take the lead back, 16-15, 1:50 to go in the first half. Croft has it, swings it over to Lamer. Driving baseline, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Minix, and here comes Portland. She's got it, crossing the timeline. Port, she'll kick it over to Nava, top of the key at the volleyball line. Serenity swings it over. Rylan Jordan, she'll pop the three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Candace Croft, who's doing well. And here comes Croft now to cross the timeline. Swings it over to Lamer. Then into Marissa Iverson at the free throw line. Back out to Croft, pops the three. In and out. Rebounded by Kaylin O'Connor on the inside. Her putback's no good, but she is fouled and will go to the line to shoot two. Rose Webb.
Rose Webb. That's her second.
So O'Connor at the line to shoot 2 as today's broadcast is brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and helping continue this tradition on KVB's WKVI. First of 2 is no good, as O'Connor has a chance to tie things up here at the line. She will. 16 all, 1:20 to go in the first half. It's the War on 35. Here comes Serenity Nava crossing the timeline. Not a bad Tuesday night game. If you're joining us, we appreciate it. It's Rylan Jordan picking it up. Extended wing somewhat. Back out up top to Portland Minix. Then swings it over near side of the floor. Riley Taylor pops the 3. No good. Rebounded by Rose Webb, who fought for it. Several Warriors were there. And now they'll call a jump ball here. It'll stay here. Redskin basketball.
She got the rebound, but she kind of got wrapped up a little bit.
The 3 Warriors were all around her. And now here's Riley Taylor. Skip pass over to the far side of the floor. Rylan Jordan then to the top of the key. Serenity Nava drives in, dump off to Rose Webb. Here comes the double. Rose tried to dump off to Serenity Nava, and it's stolen by the Winamac Lady Warriors. Here comes Candace Croft, who is told by head coach Tony Stasiak, take your time. She does cross the timeline. Last 30 seconds of the first half. Tie ball game 16-16 here. What an interesting one it's been so far. Croft swings it over. Maggie Keller holding the ball. Riley Taylor on her. She's going to have to move soon, and she does. Croft picks up her dribble. Back out up top. This is Lamer, who almost lost it. Nava almost tracked it down, but it'll go out of bounds. Last touch by the Skins. Staying here, Winamac basketball, and Sadie Popejoy got a rest. Lamer will check out. Popejoy will check in. Maggie Keller to take it out. Sideline out of bounds play. They'll kick it back court to Popejoy. Last 8 seconds here. Let's see what she's got, Coach. Popejoy, dump off to Iverson. Free throw line, 15 feet, in and out, no good. And that will be the end of the first half. Wow. This is a war, and it is on 35, 16-16. The Winamac Warriors are in a tight one against their rival, the Knox Lady Redskins. We'll take a break and come back and chat about this first half in the KVB Halftime Show. Don't go anywhere. For sports analyst Terry Minix, I'm Mitch Columbi. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we know that when agriculture thrives, we all do. It's the heart and grit of our agricultural communities that keep the crops coming in and the livestock cared for day and night. That's why we build financial solutions around the needs and schedules of our ag clients. I'm Isaac Blue, ag banker at Knox, North Judson, and Culver. If you're looking for a financial partner that has over 135 years experience in understanding and supporting agriculture, I'd like to hear from you. Let's harvest success together. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
(16-16) is the score here in the KVB Halftime Show. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. I'm accompanied by sports analyst Terry Minix. Well, this is shades of 1 year ago, Coach.
Yeah, it is. I mean, not a lot of scoring, but a lot of action. And I really think once Coach Stasiak switched to that man-to-man, it just turned the tempo of the game a little bit, made it, sped it up a little bit. And at that same time, the Redskins went to that full-court press. So they both kind of feeling each other out that first quarter, and then decided, okay, now it's time to try to expedite this.
Now, if you're the Lady Redskins, it seems like the 2-3 is somewhat keeping things from getting too out of control. Or am I wrong in saying that?
You mean as far as?
I mean, would you suggest the Lady Redskins consider doing the same thing, going to man?
No, until you see the Winamac knock down some threes, they've hit a couple, but until they start, hitting 3 or 4 of them, I would stay doing what they're doing. They're doing a pretty decent job. They've tried to get it inside a couple times, and a couple times they threw the ball over their head, to Lamer and they're looking inside because their outside shots for the Warriors aren't falling. So if I'm the Redskins, I'm staying in that 2-3 zone right now.
Now, speaking on the Warriors' behalf, we kind of talked about it during the first half, but to describe or maybe to explain a little bit more from your perspective, correct me if I'm wrong, what you're saying is head coach Tony Stasiak said, okay, we're not really giving the energy and the effort that we would normally on offense. Let's switch out of this 2-3 to get things rolling a little bit more on the defensive end that'll translate to the offense.
Well, they were just stagnant. I mean, they were just standing. I mean, like I said, when you get into zones, a lot of times people they just stand in an area and then, zone in their little zone area, their hands up, moving back and forth. And then, you're not getting any movement. You're not getting any kind of motion to get your feet going and, getting up and down the floor. And when he went to that man-to-man, they got more active. They were jumping and at times trapping a little bit, and they pushed the ball up. Now, they're not hitting the shots that I've seen them usually hit. The Warriors in the last year would knock down shots from everywhere, and they're struggling a little bit shooting the basketball. But, they're getting the shots. It's just, hopefully second half they'll fall for them.
Oh, we'll switch things up a little bit and talk about a big win for the Oregon Davis Lady Cats, taking down another one of our area teams in the Tri-Township Lady Tigers. That team is really well put together. They had a heck of a season, their best season in school history last year. This year, some injuries causing some problems for the Lady Tigers, but I did see Jade Pryor, their 1,000-point scorer, had 26 against the Lady Cats the other night. But the Lady Cats are showing some growth here.
Yeah, but Jade Pryor, I mean, she's one of the best players in the area, no doubt. I mean, when you play Tri-Township, you have to game plan for her. I mean, she can do it inside, she can do it outside. She's just and she does it so effortlessly. The Cats went to a boxing one in the last quarter against her, and she still was able to knock some shots down. But it was a battle, and like I say, it wasn't from a lack of effort by Jade, because she was unbelievable, and she had 26, and like I say, it was a real quiet 26. Yeah. I mean, you go, she had 26, but she does. She knocked down 4 threes, and I think it was 4, could have been 5, but she's that good a player, and they're getting better and better. Now they're getting their full team back now. They're going to slowly get back into, hopefully, the groove, get ready for tournament time.
Well, you talked about it a little bit in the pregame show, how it'd been since December 21st since we've done a basketball game on the air. And that game was the Oregon Davis Bobcats versus the Tri-Township Tigers boys team. It went down to the last-second shot just like we had anticipated. What an ending that was. But something we didn't know in the moment that I wanted to bring up was Dylan Stewart scored 45 points that night. We found out later that was the school record for most points scored in a basketball game. Now get this, that's not his best sport.
Yeah.
He's a baseball guy.
Yeah, I know.
And he's dropping 45.
Yeah, I mean,
just for fun.
And watching the game last night, in the girls' game, it was kind of the same type of thing. The Bobcats were up by 2, and there was like 5 seconds left, and they went down the floor, and they got a shot off, and they missed it. But it was like a carbon copy of what the boys' game was. And, oh my gosh, these two teams, boys and girls, are so evenly matched.
Well, today's game is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of here in Winamac, serving Pulaski County for 44 years. Call 574-946-6894 and ask for Howard or Dean. Tonight's game is also sponsored in part by McGrath Refrigeration, a family-owned business since 1967, and your local Armstrong air dealer. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs at 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right. 16-16 here in the KVB halftime show. We'll stand by as second half action is on the way. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Do you know what to do when you see a down power line? The answer is very simple. Stay far away. The folks at Kankakee Valley RAMC want you to know that down power lines can be very dangerous. Even if they come off the power pole, they still may be energized. Call 911 and wait for instructions from the fire department or power company. The folks at Kankakee Valley RAMC want to keep you safe.
Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. We appreciate them and their support toward helping continue this tradition. Tie ball game, the war on 35. It's showing to be true. We'll be back for second half action. Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana High School basketball on 99.3 FM. The Valley.
From wonderful Warrior Gymnasium in Winamac, Indiana, Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Minix bringing you Tuesday night Indiana High School basketball action on KVB's WKVI. We go to the third quarter. The Winamac Lady Warriors will start with the ball. It's Shay Lamer getting it into Sadie Popejoy, and she'll cross the timeline. We are in third quarter action. She kicks it to the near corner. Candace Croft pops the three. Too short, rebounded by Marissa Iverson. Her putback is no good, but she is fouled and will go to the line.
Number 24. Portland Minix is her first.
So Iverson at the line to shoot two here.
I think they're wrong. That's her first.
Oh, really? So Iverson's first of two is no good. Ball doesn't lie.
That's right.
One to go for Iverson. Still tied 16-16 here. Second one is good, making the Warriors lead by one here, 17-16. I have a feeling this is going to be a good one.
Redskins came out in a man-to-man.
So they switch it up like we were talking about, just like the Warriors did.
Surprised.
And Portland Minix has it, takes the pick, driving inside, puts it up, left-handed, almost had it to go. Fight for the rebound, and it is Marissa Iverson coming up with it for the Warriors. Back to Croft, crossing the timeline. Far side of the floor. Ooh, almost crossed over Riley Taylor, picks up her dribble, back to Sadie Popejoy, driving in, now back out to Maggie Keller, near side of the floor. Back up top, Sadie Popejoy has it, top of the key at the volleyball line. Attacking on Rylan Jordan, then swings it over near side of the floor. It's Maggie Keller, picks up her dribble, trying to dump off the Lamer, not there, then back up top to Popejoy. Popejoy has it here. Taking on Rylan Jordan. Crossing over. Gets inside, fading away, too hard off the glass, rebounded by Portland Minix, and here come the Lady Redskins. Minix crosses the timeline. Here she has it, top of the key. Gets it over to Riley Taylor. Taylor, far side of the floor, looking inside, nothing there. Now she will attack. Ooh, good defense from Candace Croft. She kept her in front of her. Taylor still spinning around, trying to attack, getting in, off the glass. She gets it to go, Coach.
Nice move.
Wow.
It's just effort right there.
Stayed with it. Croft was there the whole way. Help came, but it didn't matter. The Redskins get 2 on the board, and now here's almost a steal. Croft saves it up to Marissa Iverson, then over to Sadie Popejoy. Popejoy driving in, kicks it out, far side of the floor, Maggie Keller. Then back to Popejoy, pops the 3. No good, front of the rim, tipped, rebound by Lamer, right to Marissa Iverson, and she gets it to go. 19-18, the Warriors lead here. Oh my gosh, Riley Taylor took it coast to coast, almost had a layup, and it just almost stolen there. So it goes out of bounds. I don't know how she found that space. So now it'll be an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket. Portland Minix to take it out. Here comes the play. She's directing traffic. She gets it out to the near corner. Riley Taylor looking inside, nothing there. Now Taylor's attacking to the right elbow. Back to the basket, spinning around. Left-handed hooker, no good. And it's rebounded by the Winamac Warriors. Here comes...
Left-handed hooker.
Yeah.
Not a hook.
She was one-legged. Her name was Eileen. That was a bad one. Here's on the other end of the floor. Candace Croft couldn't get an 18-footer to go. And here come the Knox Lady Redskins. Sometimes things just come out.
We laugh at ourselves.
It's Riley Taylor driving inside, and she draws the foul. I've told coaches it's kind of like freestyling. You just kind of just go with it. So Taylor will draw the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot
That's
2.
on Popejoy. That's her third. Like we talk about, they're limited on their bench. They've only got 7 players.
And that's what he kind of talked to us about in the pregame show, was that Croft got into foul trouble in that holiday break, or one of the tournaments over holiday break, where they were actually playing with 4 and then at one point 3 on the floor. That's tough.
Yeah, it is.
Second free throw on the way. She makes both of them. So now the Lady Redskins lead by 1, 20-19. It's Candace Croft crossing the timeline. Looking at that man-to-man from the Redskins. Driving inside, no good. Rebounded by Marissa Iverson.
That's a lot of
the foul's called on the inside, and I think Redskin Nation thought the same thing, Coach.
Knox with the foul, number 21.
Rose Webb, that's her third.
So this sends Marissa Iverson to the line to shoot 2 here. We thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. Iverson hits the first of 2, as Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Iverson second on the way. No good. Keeps it. Oh, my gosh. They save the rebound. It's Lamer, and head coach Tony Stasiak will call a full timeout. What a great job by Merche Lamer to get in there, get that rebound, and now the Warriors have another opportunity.
Well, that's one of them where coaches, you're pulling your hair out when, you should be able to get it. If they miss the free throw, you've got to be able to get that rebound, and to let the team have another chance is just giving points away.
5:01 to go here in the third. We ended the first half 16-16. 2 minutes into the third, it's still tied. 20-20 is the score. As Culver's Portside Marina is part of this broadcast, they always can make sure your boat is ready for the winter, but hey, spring is right around the corner. Get your boat serviced at Culver's Portside Marina at 574-842-5000 or visit them in Culver. We appreciate their support toward continuing the tradition. Did you get a Wave Runner or a Kawasaki jet ski under your Christmas tree this year, Coach?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
I'm not a water guy.
You're not a water guy?
No, my skin's too light.
You don't swim?
Well, I can swim, but...
Oh, so you can swim.
No, I like to be under an umbrella.
With one in your cup, too.
Yeah, there you go. Just saying.
Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. The Warriors to take it out. Candace Croft slaps the ball. Here comes the play. Looking for someone in particular. It was Marissa Iverson at the left block. Beautiful picks. The Redskins had no idea where it was going, and the Warriors have it now. Or the Warriors get the points on the board. Now the Redskins have it. 22-20, the Warriors lead. Portland Minix kicks it back out. Presley Messer swings it over. Rylan Jordan. Back to Riley Taylor. Pops a three. No good. Just short off the front of the rim and rebounded by Croft. She pushes it forward to Maggie Keller. Here comes Keller crossing over. Back to Croft. Croft looking inside to Kaylin O'Connor. Nothing there. Back out up top to Maggie Keller. Swings it over to Lamer. Shea Lamer driving inside. Lost it. Could have been a travel. Nothing called. Now players on the floor. It'll be called jump ball. Possession arrow in Knox favor.
Both teams have done a pretty nice job on the turnovers. They've handled the ball pretty well. The ball's just not dropping right now.
Redskins have it. Presley Messer up top to Portland Minix. Swings it over to Riley Taylor. Then to the near corner. Rylan Jordan pops the three. Splash. Rylan Jordan makes it happen, and the Redskins take back the lead. 23-22 here.
Just like deja vu of last year.
It really is. It only happened late where the Redskins pulled away to get that 10-point win. As here's driving inside, Candace Croft couldn't get it to go. Long rebound saved by Marissa Iverson, then to Maggie Keller, then to Shea Lamer, then swings it over to Croft, inside to Kaylin O'Connor. Turnaround shot is good. 24-23, the Warriors lead by one here, 3:30 to go in the third. Serenity Nava crosses the timeline, gets it over to Riley Taylor. Taylor driving inside, and a trip foul will be called. Yep, on Maggie Keller.
That's her first.
Number 2, Maggie Keller. Her first, team second.
So sideline out of bounds play for the Redskins. Portland Minix to take it out. She kicks it into Serenity Nava. Warriors lead 24-23 here. Riley Taylor will shoot a three. No good. Rebounded by Shea Lamer. She'll get it to Croft. Candace has it, and she will cross the timeline here. Croft taking on Riley Taylor. The Redskins staying in that man-to-man as they started here in the third. Croft will pop a three. Far corner splash. 27-23. 4-point lead now for the Warriors, and then Croft will steal it back. They tried to find Rylan Jordan in the near corner, and she read the passing lane well, and here comes Croft. Takes the pick from Kaylin O'Connor, picks up her dribble, back to Marissa Iverson, then back up top to Croft, Candace Croft. She wants the fist, that's the play. Here she comes, dumps it off to Marissa Iverson, swings it over near side of the floor. Now here comes Lamer driving inside, dump off to Marissa Iverson, blocked, but she gets the double pump to go. She put her hand over her mouth, she couldn't believe it, she was shocked. 29-23, the biggest lead of the night for the Warriors.
That's where you draw it up.
Here's Riley Taylor inside to Presley Messer. Back out near corner. Serenity Nava fakes the three. Drives inside. Kicks it back out. Rylan Jordan for three. Big shot. Rylan Jordan. 29-26. Back to a three-point ball game. And now head coach James Adcock will call the timeout.
30-second timeout.
A quick one. As tonight's game is brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. LAP Waste is a woman-owned waste management company. Quick, reliable, next-day delivery service for dumpsters and containers. Get rid of your waste as easily and efficiently as possible. Call them at 574-542-4019 and waste less with LAP Waste. Pretty interesting segment here.
Yeah, they, knocking some threes down here, and Ryland's hit a couple here and done a nice job in this quarter. She's knocked down 2 threes for the Redskins.
Several players stepping up on both sides of the floor here. For the Winamac Lady Warriors, we see Shay Lamer, Candace Croft, Sadie Popejoy, Marissa Iverson, and Kaylin O'Connor. For the Knox Lady Redskins, we see Rylan Jordan, Portland Minix, Serenity Nava, Presley Messer, and Riley Taylor. 2 minutes ago in the third, 29-26, the Winamac Lady Warriors lead the Knox Lady Redskins in the war on 35. Croft, far corner. Marissa Iverson almost loses it. Portland Minix was on her. Here comes the double. She gets rid of it. Back to Croft. Then up top to Sadie Popejoy. Back in that 2. Nope, they're still in man. They are still in man. Nope, here comes some. What is this, Coach?
Looks like a 1-2-2.
So now they get it into Shay Lamer, extended wing, then back to Crofts. Oh my gosh, what a play! Candace Croft! What footwork that was. She gets inside and gets it to go off the glass. 31-26, Portland Minix! Huge 3, bringing the Redskins within 2 now.
I think that's one of her first shots of the game besides free
She's been
throws.
covered, smothered and covered. You ever been to Waffle House?
Oh, yeah. With Greg.
Great guy. Lamer with the ball, top of the key, driving inside, picks up her dribble, back out, Croft for 3. Wow. This is an amazing ball game right now. Another 3 drops. The Warriors this time get it. 34-29, last 40 seconds of the third. Presley Messer with the ball, swings it over to Rylan Jordan, top of the key. Head coach Tony Stasiak agreed with you, Coach. Now here's Riley Taylor driving baseline, pops from the short corner, blocked by Kaylin O'Connor. Fight for the rebound. Croft comes up with it. And Croft got, she had to get rid of it. She had already dribbled. She gets it to Shay Lamer, who's now dribbled. Gets rid of it to Candace Croft. Thought about a 3, but no.
I don't know why she didn't.
She was open. She was open.
Hit that, shoot that. They're going to leave you open.
She's going to. Yep. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Presley Messer. They left her open. Last 5 seconds here. 34-29, the Warriors lead. Portland Minix has it. Dump off to Serenity Nava. Puts it up. No good. And that will be the end of the third quarter. 34-29. Strap up. Fourth quarter action of the war on 35 is on the way.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Back at Warrior Gymnasium, Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Minix. We go to the fourth quarter. 34-29, the Winamac Lady Warriors lead the Knox Lady Redskins. Yeah, it's the war on 35, and we have sparks. The Warriors will start with the ball here in the fourth. It's Candace Croft to bring it across the timeline. Very similar game to what we saw 1 year ago. As here is Sadie Popejoy getting it back, top of the key. It's Maggie Keller, then swings it over to Candace Croft. Croft tried to get it inside, and now a whistle here by Chris Neubauer.
Who's?
He's
you gave it to the wrong one. Yeah.
So 10. Presley Messer will pick up the foul.
It's her first.
Will be an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket here. Candace Croft to take it out. Slaps the ball. Here comes the play. Looking for someone. She kicks it out up top to Maggie Keller. Almost overthrew her, but she saves it back to Sadie Popejoy. Pops the 3. No good. Rebounded by Riley Taylor, and here come the Lady Redskins up to Serenity Nava. Nava crosses the timeline. Down by 5 are the Lady Redskins. They have some work to do here. Gets it over to Riley Taylor, then to Presley Messer, far side of the floor. Inside to Riley Taylor, back out up top. Rylan Jordan pops the three. No good. Rebounded by Marissa Iverson. And the Warriors have it. It's Croft pushing the tempo up to Sadie Popejoy, driving inside, back out to Croft. Pops a three. Why not? She rattles it in, and the confidence is high. 37-29, the Winamac Lady Warriors are pulling away.
So when she gets hot, you got to find her.
And now it's stolen back. They try to get an entry pass to Riley Taylor with the help of Kaylin O'Connor, and now here's Sadie Popejoy driving inside, puts up a shot, no good. She is fouled, and she will go to the line. The intensity has definitely picked up for the Warriors. Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. Hey, Collins Insurance is part of the broadcast, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me to tell you, call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. Jim Collins is tuning in. He says hello. He said, yeah, he loves how I say the 51, the 52. It's only happened like 3 or 4 times. People don't forget. Popejoy misses the first, hits the second, but shout out to Jim Collins, a big-time supporter of us. We always appreciate him when he's on the air. As it's now 38-29. The Redskins have it. They get it into Rose Webb, just above the right block, back out up top to Rylan Jordan, then swings it over. This is Portland Minix, then hand off to Riley Taylor, driving inside. And they're going to call a jump ball here on the inside. It will stay here, Redskin basketball. Kaylin O'Connor will check out. Shay Lamer will check in.
That's just one of them where she made one too many dribbles. All she had to do was, come to a jump stop and shoot that little, 6-8 footer.
Portland Minix gets it in to Rose Webb, then back to Riley Taylor. Poked out, saved by Portland Minix, though. Now entry pass into Rose Webb. And are the Warriors back in that 2-3 now? It looked like it there. I'll notice here. It looked like they may have switched back to that zone here.
I think the Redskins need to start going inside to Rose Webb now.
Minix looking for someone.
Nice
dump
cut.
off to Serenity Nava.
Oh.
And now there will be a foul on the inside here.
Oh.
They'll call it on number 5. Yeah.
That's her third.
Shay Lamer. So Nava cuts into the paint. As Coach said, great cut. They found her, and then a reach-in foul will be called. And now here, back out up top is Riley Taylor. Inside to Rose Webb, back out to Taylor. Swings it over, far corner, Rylan Jordan. Fakes the shot, looking inside. Now she'll dribble. Dump off the Rose Webb on the inside. Here comes help. Then back to Riley Taylor. Pops a three. No good. Rebounded by Sadie Popejoy. And here comes Popejoy to cross the timeline. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. 38-29. The Warriors lead the Redskins. Croft attacking. Picks up her dribble. Back out up top to Sadie Popejoy. The Redskins back in that 2-3 now here, Coach. Or what looks like.
Yep.
Swings it over, back to Maggie Keller, far side of the floor, then back out up top. Candace Croft swings it back to the near side of the floor. Sadie Popejoy pops a three, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Rose Webb. She hands it to Portland Minix, and here come the Lady Redskins. Pushing it forward to Riley Taylor, driving inside, picks up her dribble, back out up top. Portland Minix pops a three, too hard. Rebounded by Shay Lamer, and she gets it to Candace Croft. Here we go. Croft. She'll bring it across half court. Picks up her dribble. Then gets it to Sadie Popejoy. Popejoy driving in, pops it from the right elbow, too hard, and rebounded by Rylan Jordan, who then gets it to Serenity Nava. Nava crosses the timeline, 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Dump off the Rose Webb, turn around, no, back out near corner, Rylan Jordan.
Back inside.
Back to Serenity Nava, pops a three, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Shay Lamer, who then gets it back to Candace Croft. They are really doubling and trying almost a triple team when they get it to the low block of Rose Webb. They don't want her to get going.
Ooh.
And now the Warriors, Sadie Popejoy drives inside, draws a blocking foul here.
Riley Taylor.
It will be on Riley Taylor. As
Her
we think
first.
her first of the night, as we thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain, agronomy, seed fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by 5 Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5 Star in the Knox Mall. The Warriors have it. Out of bounds play. They kick it back court to Candace Croft, who then finds Sadie Popejoy up top to Maggie Keller now. Keller swings it back to, this is Sadie Popejoy. Popejoy now back to the far side of the floor. It's Maggie Keller. Keller tried to get it to the right elbow, almost stolen by Nora Stone, then swings it back to the near side of the floor. Driving baseline was Candace Croft. She'll draw a hard foul. Couldn't get it to go, but she will go to the line.
Being Rose Webb. That's going to be her fourth.
That's tough. Definitely someone you don't want to lose on the inside if you're the Redskins, as Reynolds Funeral Home of Hamlet and Coons Lake have been proud supporters of local high school sports since 1952. Contact them today at 574-867-3321 for Hamlet or 574-586-2120 for Coons Lake. First free throw from Croft is good, as local Union USW 9551 is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They believe in the future of these young adults and wish them luck as they take on their opponents this season. Croft, second free throw on the way. In and out, no good. And now a fight for the rebound. The Warriors got in there. I believe that was Kaylin O'Connor. A jump ball will be called, and the Warriors are going to get an extra possession out of this, Coach.
That's the thing that I told you. As a coach, you can't have that where they're getting rebounds off of their missed free throws.
10-point ball game here. 39-29, 3:55 to go in the game, and now here's a three from Candace Croft. No good, but another opportunity as Maggie Keller tracks it down. Back up top to Popejoy, then swings it back to Croft, then over to Maggie Keller near side of the floor. Nice fake around Nava, then back to Croft. Looking inside, nothing there. Croft drives in. Oh, she'll throw it away. She tried to dump off to Kaylin O'Connor, and Rylan Jordan will take the steal. Gets it to Portland Minix. Here comes Portland. Picks it up at the left elbow. Dump off to Nora Stone, then back out to Minix. She wants the pick. Takes the pick. Now picks up her dribble. Back up top to Serenity Nava. Nava crossing over. Brings it to this side of the floor. Drives inside. Finds space, and she gets it to go. 39-31, and head coach James Adcock will call a full timeout. Nava shows some signs she can get in there and make things happen.
Yeah, and the Redskins have to be very efficient now on every possession. 3 minutes to go in the game. They're down, now they're down 8, but they got to be very, very efficient.
Now, if you're the Warriors, pedal to the metal, no need to slow things down, just keep things rolling.
No, just be patient. The only thing that I would probably do, they just put Rose, I think they put Rose Webb back in the game. If there's anything you can do, if she's guarding someone on the post, you're going to feed the post to, try to get her out of the game.
L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication and recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. Sideline Automotive is a hometown proud auto care shop, recently voted Stark County's best for tires and oil changes. Call Joe today at 574-249-5537. Finally, Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local high school sports and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home in Stark County. Call them today at 574-896-2567. 3:11 to go in the ball game, 39-31. 8-point lead for the Winamac Warriors in the war on 35 over the Knox Lady Redskins. Plenty of time to get 8.
Oh, yeah, definitely plenty of time. You just got to be a little more efficient. They're going to speed it up a little bit, go to that full court press. They should go back man-to-man. And
yeah, you're exactly right. Full court pressure here from the Knox Lady Redskins. The Warriors will get it in. They kick it up to the middle. Sadie Popejoy, it looks like they were ready for that full court press, Coach. They beat it and get it back to Candace Croft. Man-to-man here from the Red. Nope, still 2-3, Coach. Popejoy, near side of the floor. Candace Croft.
Now they're in man.
Now they're in man.
I would say they're going to have to go to a man or they're going to have to go to a trap, one or the other.
Far side of the floor is Croft. She dumps into Lamer, almost stolen by the Redskins, tracked down by the Warriors, saved by Popejoy, and a smart timeout by head coach Tony Stasiak.
Yeah, things were looking a little hectic, and he says, well, I think I got to do something about this.
Saves it from going out of bounds. Very smart there. Popejoy was there as well to save it, as Keener Construction is a proud supporter of all local high school sports. Call Chad Keen at Keener Construction today for all your construction needs at 574-806-1387. Let Keener Construction build you a home today. Well, we're going to see things tighten up here and get a little scrappy. Like you said, if you're Rose Webb, you've got to realize you have 4, and you're not the type of player we want fouling out right now.
Well, and the Redskins got to take some chances, be a little more aggressive. And I think if they are going to go to a man-to-man, which I think they should, they're going to need to trap a little bit and take some chances, because you're 8 points down with 2.5 to go.
Side on out of bounds play. Lamer to take it out in front of Coach Stasiak. Kicks it backcourt to Sadie Popejoy. It was close.
That's over and back.
It was close. Popejoy crossed the timeline. Redskins are flying everywhere at the ball. They almost steal it. It will stay Warrior basketball. The Redskins have picked up the intensity as the Warriors are trying to get it in. They kick it in to Sadie Popejoy, top of the key. Nava pestering her. Here comes help from Riley Taylor. Gets rid of it to Candace Croft. Croft. Then to the far corner, Maggie Keller pops a 3. Couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Rose Webb. She gets it to Port Minix, then pushes it forward to Riley Taylor. Here comes Riley. Couldn't get it to go. She's fouled and will go to the line.
I'm sure that's not a shot that, I know that's not a shot that Coach Stasiak wanted.
Well, and you just heard him. He clapped there out of frustration. He wants them to hold the ball as long as possible, I assume.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you got a layup, you're going to make it, take it. But three-pointer is not what they need right at that point in time.
Even if you're wide open.
Even if you're wide open.
Just hold it.
Riley hit her first.
Keller will check out, and I believe Kaylin O'Connor will check in. Rose Webb and Portland Minix will check out, probably to save Rose from getting that fifth.
I think it's defense and offensive switching right now.
First free throw was good from Riley Taylor. Second is as well, making it a 6-point ball game, 39-33. Last 2 minutes of the ball game. It's the war on 35, folks. Candace Croft attacks, and a reach-in foul will be called on Riley Taylor.
It's her second. Going to be shooting free throws.
Yep. That was Knox's 5th foul in this quarter. So each foul from here on out guarantees 2 free throws for the Lady Warriors. Keller will check back in for O'Connor on the Warriors side of things. Presley Messer and Nora Stone will check out, while Port Minix and Rose Webb will check back in. They really want to get Rose Webb going on the inside. You can feel it, Coach. Or Portland Minix. Either one of those two.
7-point advantage right now.
She hits 1 of 2, correct?
Yep.
40-33 now. Inside to Rose Webb, back out near corner. Rylan Jordan back out up top. Riley Taylor. Taylor driving in, back out. Serenity Nava pops the 3, far corner. No good. Rebounded by Rose Webb. Then back out to Rylan Jordan. Driving baseline. Takes on 2 Warriors up and under. No good, but she draws the foul, and she will go to the line with an opportunity to make it a 5-point ball game with 1:27 to go in it.
Number 15 for Winamac, Marissa Iverson. Her third, team score.
First of 2 on the way from Jordan is good. And now Nora Stone and Presley Messer will check in. Portland Minix and Rose Webb will check out. Second free throw from Jordan's no good. Second chance opportunity was almost gained by the Redskins, but Sadie Popejoy saved it. And now here come the Warriors. Full court pressure. Foul will be called on Riley Messer, stopping the clock and sending Croft to the line to shoot 2.
Riley Messer's second.
6-point ball game, 1:20 to go in the game.
Candace Croft is 2 out of 4 tonight from the line.
First one is on the way. Too short, front of the rim, no good. And here comes Portland Minix and Rose Webb for Presley Messer and Nora Stone. That's Elise Wolf. Yeah. My apologies, folks.
I'd like to see Candace walk away from the free throw line after you miss that first one. Just back away and go back to it.
Right. No, they have not been bringing in Nora Stone on those switch outs to allow no fouls for Portland Minix and Rose Webb. They have been putting in Elise Wolf, so I wanted to clear that up very quickly, as here is Portland Minix on the far side of the floor with the ball, 41-34, as Croft hits the second of 2. And now here's Rose Webb driving in, attacking, couldn't get it to go. She draws the foul on who I believe is Marissa Iverson.
That's her third.
They will bring back in Elise Wolf and Presley Messer, we assume, for Portland Minix, and the shooter Rose Webb, who will get to shoot 2 here. Webb's first of 2 on the way is good. They'll go ahead and check in Presley Messer for Portland Minix, and Elise Wolf is coming in for Rose Webb. They'll want her to hit this one.
These teams have 2 timeouts.
In and out, no good. Webb will have to stay on the floor. She'll have to be careful here. And now here comes Croft, crossing the timeline. Help from Serenity Nava from behind. Picks up her dribble, and a foul is called, sending Croft back to the line.
It's Riley Taylor.
For some more free throw practice. Late game situations.
Yep.
You want these under your belt. Croft takes a deep breath. Dribbles once, free throw on the way is swish, making it 42-35. I think they accidentally hit the clock, Coach. A couple seconds just went off.
Oh, really? That's why you play at home.
Croft hits the second of 2, 43-35. I didn't want to say it, but it happened so fast and no one else saw it. Deep 3, Portland Minix. No good. Rebounded by Marissa Iverson, who then gets it to Candace Croft. Last 40 seconds here, 43-35. The Winamac Lady Warriors lead their rival, the Knox Lady Redskins. Croft brings it back out, tips it up top. This is Sadie Popejoy, and there's Portland Minix to wrap her up and foul her to send her to the line. No JV game tonight, as the short numbers from Winamac. 7, that dress for the varsity team. So we did start this game earlier than what we normally start our games for. That's why we don't put our times on the schedule anymore. We never know when we're going live. As the second free throw is good, making it a 10-point ball game, 45-35. Serenity Nava pushes it forward to Riley Taylor, crossing over, getting inside, puts up a shot, no good. She gets her own rebound. Now she puts it up again, no good that time. Rebounded by Candace Croft. Croft pushes it forward to Sadie Popejoy. Last 15 seconds here. What an interesting scenario. 58-48 last year, 10-point win for the Redskins. Right now, 45-35, 10-point game for the Warriors this year. And now Riley Taylor will foul Candace Croft, and she will go to the line with 9.8 seconds to go in the ball game. Presley Messer will check in for Riley Taylor. They will leave Rose Webb on the floor, as the Redskins will be on offense here after these free throws. Croft at the line to make it an 11-point ball game. And it is good. 46-35, the Warriors lead here. 9.8 seconds to go, and it's going to be a tough one for the Redskins, Coach. Second free throw is good, 47-35. The Redskins get it into Serenity Nava. Head coach Tony Stasiak says, don't foul, don't foul. They get it into Rose Webb. Webb dribbles right off her foot, and Candace Croft will pick it up, and that will be the end of the ball game. 47-35 is the final, as the Winamac Lady Warriors avenge their 2024 loss a year ago on January 5th against their rival, the Knox Lady Redskins, here at Warrior Gymnasium in the War on 35. The Warriors boys team beat the Redskins the first First game we broadcast between these teams this season. Now the girls' team adds to it as they both picked up their win in this war on 35. Congratulations to the Winamac Warriors. We're going to take a break and come back for the Collins Insurance post-game show. We'll have our Stark County Co-op play of the game. We'll also have our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. That's all up next in the Collins Insurance post-game show. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
When you are considering buying or selling a property, you can't be too careful. The forms, the regulations, the inspections. You need someone who is experienced to help you with the process. The professionals at Welcome Mat Real Estate are experienced in residential and agricultural, both important for our area. And they can help you with your 1031 exchange as well. Call Welcome Mat Real Estate at 574-896-5138. And a friendly hand will hold you as you work through your real estate transaction.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show.
47-35 is the final as the Winamac Lady Warriors beat their rival, the Knox Lady Redskins, in the war on 35 here in Winamac. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Minix. Well, not a bad way to start 2025.
No, and we had, that second half, we watched both teams didn't come out even to warm up at the beginning of the third quarter, and they must have got some energy boost or something in there, because at halftime it was 16-16. We ended up 47-35. So whatever the coaches were telling them, it was definitely gave them a little bit of juice.
Yeah, both teams started in 2-3. The Warriors switched out of that 2-3 quicker. We talked in the halftime break. That kind of gave the Warriors some energy on defense. That translated to the offensive end. We talked about what the Redskins would do to start the second half, and they switched out of that zone as well, Coach. So there was some changes. There was some a little game of chess going on tonight.
Yeah, and I thought the energy, it just looked like the second half, Winamac had a little bit bigger, step going. I mean, they did a nice job. They obviously knocked some shots down. I thought in that third period, I thought Croft come in and knocked them a couple threes down. It really kind of, put a little knife in the heart of the Redskins, and that kind of hurt them a little bit, and it was just too much for them to kind of get back. But all in all, I think, neither one, obviously Knox is struggling for some wins, but it's not from a lack of effort. I mean, these kids play extremely hard. I like watching them play. I think, they've got some good senior leadership. I think Portland does a nice job, and having Rose Webb there, the seniors do a nice job. It's just, they just got to keep plugging away and don't get frustrated, and they're going to get some wins.
The Lady Redskins go to 4-13 on the season. The Lady Warriors are now 11-6, and with only 7, and he only plays 6, that 7th doesn't really get much time.
Right.
With only 6, for the record, that's pretty impressive.
It really is, because, the thing is, what's going to hurt them is you got a team that's going to, want to get up and down the floor, and it's going to change the pace, and, for a lot of reasons, not just for conditioning. It can be because you're running up and down the floor, you're more apt to be fouling.
Sure.
And so you're going to have to go to the bench more. So, I guess as a game plan that I would be doing against them, I would speed the game up as fast as I can. Every chance I get, I push it up on the offensive side, and on the defensive side, they're going to play 84, 50 feet the whole way.
Well, we'll take a break and come back for our Stark County Co-op play of the game. The final in this one saw the Winamac Lady Warriors beat the Knox Lady Redskins 47-35.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere. Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox. Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989. Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Let's return to the voice of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
Great battle here for the War on 35 as the Winamac Lady Warriors beat the Knox Lady Redskins, their rival, 47-35. Coach, our Stark County Co-op Play of the game.
You know, I'm going to do something a little bit different than what I guess is a new year, so I'm going to start off a little bit different, but something a little different on the play of the game. I'm going to give this to Marissa Iverson. I had her for 11 rebounds. Wow. And it wasn't, it's not one particular rebound. I just thought she controlled the boards. That was one of the things I thought that, these teams needed to do is control the boards, because not one team had a big advantage of size. So anyone that could, clean the glass a little bit better than the other, I think was going to do better. And I thought she did a really, really nice job. I had her for 11 rebounds, and Lamer had quite a few rebounds as well. So for that reason, I'm going to give her the play of the game, just her ability to clean the glass.
Good for her. I had no idea it was going to be 11. I knew she had close to 10. And then how many points did she have? Sorry to put you on the spot.
Yeah, you did, man.
Sorry.
I got ahead. It's 8. She had 8 points.
So she's just shy of a double-double.
Right.
It shows her presence is greatly needed. As here comes head coach James Adcock. We'll talk with him. And like you said, Coach, not for a lack of effort. The Knox Lady Redskins, they played their heart out tonight. And that first half stayed tied 16-16. Coach, give us your thoughts. There was a lot of fight from your girls.
Yeah, and, it just comes down to, basketball comes down to minuscule mistakes, and we made some mistakes. We didn't have some box outs. We some of our defense was lacking at different times, and we just wanted to continue to clean up and continue to do a better job at that, get ourselves ready for sectional. We still have a couple weeks of ball to play for us to get better, and that's what we plan to do.
Yeah, I'd only had you for like 20 turnovers, but the ball just wasn't falling for you. You were getting the ball inside the rows, which I thought what you needed to do.
Yeah.
And they just wasn't falling for you.
That's basketball, you know what I mean? It seems like I tease the girls. It seems like every team we play is the night that they're the hottest. And I'm not saying Winamac was tonight, right. But both teams, I think, going into halftime was under 20% from the field. So neither team was shooting the ball out, shooting the lights out. They just hit a few more than we did in the second half, and we got down and we just couldn't get ourselves out of that hole.
Did you think about maybe trying to speed the game up a little bit, knowing that he only had 6 players? Try to maybe make it a track meet, so to speak.
Yeah, and we've been trying to push the ball up all practices, and I don't know, something clicks in the girls' head sometimes when they get into the game and they forget what we have talked about.
Right.
But we've worked on different drills of getting the ball down the floor, and we even do a 3-4 second drill where you got to get from one end to the other with the ball and make a layup, and it's coming together. It's just coming together a little slower than we want, but we have a goal in mind with sectional.
Well, that's exactly what I just told him. I said you got great leadership with Portland and Rose. I think they do a really nice job. I think the others are getting better and better. And I said, you're going to get your wins. You just got to stay patient. Don't get frustrated. You and the team, don't get frustrated. I think you got a nice nucleus, and you'll be fine. Just keep plugging away and don't put your head down.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I believe in these girls. Each of these girls fight hard. They come to practice and practice hard every day. And I have no problem with our team, with our girls. And we're just, we're learning and growing together, and we'll win and lose together.
Your next game's this Saturday, your final conference game of the year against Tippy Valley, from what I see here on the schedule.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you know about Tippy Valley? Anything you can share with us at this time?
Well, they're gonna chase us all the way, the full 90 feet of the floor. and they're gonna make things difficult for us. But we hope to make things difficult for them as well, and pressure the ball. We have some pretty fast girls, and
Nava.
What's that?
Nava.
Yeah,
she is quick.
She is quick, and and we just gotta get to the right place at the right time, and then we'll get those steals, and all of a sudden I get this, and then it becomes easier for them.
It was quite a fight from your girls tonight, Coach. I know it didn't go the way you wanted, but a lot of positives to take away.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it all.
Absolutely. That is head coach of the Knox Lady Redskins. It's James Adcock here in the Collins Insurance post-game show. Always positive, and he has the right mindset when it comes to a game like that.
He does. I mean, he handles it a heck of a lot better than I ever did. I guess that's why he's a pastor too. He does it now. He's got that, medium. Just go with it. Win or lose.
Well, now we'll talk to the man of the hour. He's a winner tonight. He revenged his 2024 loss from last year. You got a couple more points than they, 47-35, a 12-point win. And like we had talked, low numbers. You guys have some fighters out there. Tell us your point of view. Coach Stasiak, what you thought of this win tonight.
Well, they make you look good at times. This is what it is. We have a very narrow margin for error. We have to manage the first half of games to get us in good shape, foul situation, health-wise, those kinds of things, and then try to win games in the second half. We're not going to be a team that's going to put a big blitz on somebody. Last year you saw us in some games and we were able to get out and get after people. Different team, different way to win. So now it's managing, kind of playing that rope-a-dope like Muhammad Ali and those guys were like, we're going to hang in there. They got off to a nice start. We hung around. We made a couple shots from players other than Croft and Popejoy, which I thought was big.
Yeah.
Gave us confidence. And then to be able to go in at halftime not playing our best and having a little bit of foul trouble was big. And then the second half, Croft wasn't feeling well, but she got some momentum, got some confidence. It's amazing. You feel better when the ball goes in the hole.
Yeah, I know. She started playing real well.
But she wills you to win, right? She's a tough kid, coach's kid. When it was winning time, she wanted the ball in her hands and going to make the plays, and Popejoy does the same thing. She's improved a ton, and having those two out front, offensively and defensively, helps us a lot. And we did a good job containing minutes. I was not going to let Portland Minix put 28 on us again this year.
Yeah.
Somebody else was going to have to do it. And they did. They've got a nice cast. It's nothing against those other teams, but I had a front row seat for 28 last year. That wasn't fun.
And you also focused on Rose Webb, too.
Yeah. Webb's good, but their help having O'Connor, Lamer, and Iverson to kind of rotate into that spot and to help out. We wanted somebody in front and behind Webb as much as possible.
Yeah.
Now their guards are improving, 1 and 22. 22 is a really good driver. 1 can knock down some shots. It's not like you can't guard anybody on the team. We've played some teams this year where we could really back off, and you had to remind the girls, we're going to respect all of them. We're just going to guard each of the 5 in different ways. That's another thing we're trying to manage, and, we're getting there. It's hang around, right? Hang around. It's the land of misfit toys. We don't have all the parts, but the parts that we got are
working
pretty
with
tough
them.
kids.
Well, at halftime, you guys didn't come out and warm up. Neither team did, but you had 9 minutes. But you only had 16 points at halftime, but you ended up, you basically doubling your scoring the second half. Was it something you said? Is something you want to sell or anything like that?
No, really, it was just, they were concerned, like a lot of kids. They put, hey, we're not scoring, we're struggling. I'm like, no, our defense is good. They didn't knock us out when they could have. Mm-hmm. I said, girls, this is a sectional game. Some of you have been around. In February, when the sectional comes around, you don't just run up and down the floor. You got to grind some games out. You got to rely on your defense a little bit. I thought, Kaylin O'Connor kept a possession alive on a rebound tie-up that kept us a possession we up scoring on. She had a nice screen on Croft's drive. Those are some winning plays, and this team is pretty good at when the ball's on the floor, girls particularly have a tendency to just want to lay on it.
Yeah.
Our girls are pretty good at fighting for it and finding a teammate, which, again, saves a possession. We got a couple of those. And then we handled their pressure, moved the basketball, and made just enough free throws. We work on free throws a lot. We always have. Try to get to the free throw line, try to make more than our opponents attempt.
Well, you had 3 offensive rebounds on free throws, which, as an opposing coach, you and I in the same situation. We can't pull our hair out, but we'd be pulling our hair out because that says a lot about your toughness of the girls.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going after it, not fouling, going after it.
You saw my reaction when Lamer gave up one of those.
Yes. Yes.
And there was a timeout right after that, and that was addressed. But the great thing about Shay Lamer and these kids are they've allowed me to coach them. Now, I'll be honest, it's not the same way we used to. Like I tell people.
He talks about it all the time.
And I think I've talked to you about this.
Yeah.
My job in this generation is how can I coach to my standards but tell it a different way? How can we uphold what we believe is right and how we play this game and how we win? How can we do that? But we have to be aware of how our message is sent. It's taken this group a little bit, and I'm not the same coach as people that have seen me. I've had to manage that because they feed off that good and bad. But they've also allowed me to be a little bit more direct. So when I tell a Shay Lamer, that was a terrible blockout, you got to get it fixed, it's, yes, coach, I got it. It doesn't hang her head, doesn't mope, doesn't pout. They've allowed me to get to that point, and it's a process. But that's probably, and everybody's like, well, what's the biggest thing? It's like, how can I uphold my standards of the game and how you play and how you win? But you got to give the message a different way. As much as we love Bobby Knight, I don't know.
You can't do it that way.
But they still will allow you to coach them hard if they understand the why and if they understand where your heart's at. That's the other thing. You got to get the relationship first, and then the X's and O's can take care of itself.
Well, I gave the play of the game to Iverson. I thought she did a really nice job of cleaning glass tonight.
Yeah.
She, I had her for 11 rebounds. I thought she did a great job. There wasn't a big advantage for either team on height.
Yeah.
So anybody that could get 11 and double digits in rebounds, that was going to be a big plus for to win the game.
She had 17 on Saturday against Delphi in that overtime game. School record's 21. I told her about that.
And that was when you were playing with 4 or 3 at one point?
Well, that was the game, Rossville.
Okay, Rossville.
We finished the game with 4. That was especially when Croft and Iverson were 2 on the bench, and we had to finish with 4. But Delphi, Croft fouled out with 3.5 minutes to go in fourth quarter, and so we played the rest of that in overtime without her, which I thought helped us because Keller and Lamer and O'Connor and everybody else were ready to knock down some shots tonight because of what they went through. But you're right about Iverson. The thing she's dealing with is the other team's focusing her on the scouting report, trying to keep her from scoring. But what we've got her understanding is you can affect the game rebounding-wise, and you take a second defender away from somebody else and get an offensive rebound. That, we may not be able to post you up as easy as you want. Get an offensive rebound, keep the ball alive, get fouled, get to the free throw line. So I'm glad you said that because she's kind of an unsung game. Like she didn't score probably as much as people would say.
She had 8 points, but I had 11 rebounds, and she just in her quiet. Everything's quiet about her.
Yeah. Well, Coach, here we go. We talked about it on the pregame. You're now getting ready for a big point of your season.
Yeah.
The next 5 games are all conference opponents. You see North White next on Friday.
North Miami.
Yeah. I'm sorry, North Miami. I read it wrong. North Miami. What do you know about them at this time?
Well, we played North Miami a couple years ago in the sectional, and I'm familiar with them in the old TRC days. Coach Curtis has been their assistant. Now he's the head coach. The way the conference looks is you got North Judson and Winamac with no losses, but North Miami's only got 1. Everybody else has 2 or more. So it's a big battle Friday night because if we can take care of business now, it's us and Judson at 0, everybody else with 2 or more. North Miami, and rightly so, is thinking if they take care of business Friday, it's still a 3-horse race.
Get right back in it. Yep.
But what we like to talk about is can you handle your own business and control your own destiny?
Yeah.
I'm sure people are thinking they see Judson, they see Winamac, is it going to be that? But we've got a stretch. We've got North Miami, Oregon Davis, which I've been in Oregon Davis enough. That's a good team and their floor. We've got Triton, who may not have a great record, but again, it's a conference.
You got to go to the Nest.
We got to go to North Judson. We got to go to Pioneer. This thing is far from over. But
you're fighting.
You're in a good situation.
Fighting. And that's what we manage. We survive to fight another day. All we're worried about is North Miami. We're going to celebrate this till we take the practice for tomorrow, and then just focus on North Miami and take care of it after that.
Well, thanks for your time, Coach.
Appreciate
Congratulations on a big win.
It's always a big game when you guys are here, and I appreciate you. And it's good to see Coach.
Good to see you.
It's good to see him. So
always an honor, Coach.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank
guys.
you for your time.
Thank you, Tony.
You have a good evening. Big win for the Winamac Lady Warriors, 47-35, as they win the war on 35 against their rival, the Knox Lady Redskins. We'll take a break and come back. Our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game is up next.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Mitch?
Thank you, John Thompson. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson Santerre High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-Star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owner serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Who's our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game tonight, Coach?
Well, I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, the young lady ended up with 21 points, but she had 18 in the second half alone, and she kind of set the tone that second half and sped everything up. And for that reason, number 3 for the Winamac Lady Warriors, Candace Croft, will be our Ashley Derrickson Player of the Game. She did, the second half, she was a little slow, like you said. She wasn't feeling well. Well, when like you said, when you're not scoring,
you see a couple go in.
Yeah, you see that
perk
ball
up a little bit.
You hear the swish sound, and
Yeah.
it makes you feel a lot better.
Pep in your step.
But she can do that. I said at the beginning of the game, I mean, she can hit from everywhere. She's a heck of a player, and the Redskins need to know where she's at, and they did the first half, but the second half she got away from them.
Well, congratulations to Candace Croft on being named our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. KVB's WKVI Sports is back in action this coming Saturday night, as we will be in North Judson, Indiana, to see the North Judson Santerre Blue Jays host one of their cross-county rivals, the Oregon Davis Bobcats. We will be going live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central. That's right here on 99.3 FM and streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. Hey, join us every weekend throughout the school year for the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We always have several of our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. If you ever miss the Saturday Sports Line, don't worry. We remind you of the Saturday Sports Line replay every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Follow us on social media as well. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Final word from you tonight, Coach.
Well, another year. Good game for us. Good second half. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully we can do this again and look for obviously a big game on Saturday night at the Nest. Seems like we're perched up there a lot.
Yeah, I like it.
Way up there. Right here, I get my back stays straight here.
I know.
I can see the floor real well, though.
Yeah, well, it's either one or the other, Coach. What do you want? Well, Coach, it's always an honor to do a broadcast with you. I appreciate everything you've done
buddy.
for me.
I
Really.
appreciate you.
Our final in this one saw the Winamac Lady Warriors beat their rival, the Knox Lady Redskins, in the War on 35, 47-35. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School basketball. For our sports analyst, Terry Minix, our in-game announcer, John Thompson, I am Mitch Columby. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, L&D Farms, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, USW Local 9551, Collins Insurance, McGrath Refrigeration, Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack, Kankakee Valley REMC, Osborne Advantage Real Estate, Keener Construction, LAP Waste, Sideline Automotive, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5 Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Here's the three in the corner on the way! Yes! Yes! Big time three and a big time moment!